New stats show that more than 30% of middle-aged and older adults are at risk of sleep apnea. The condition involves briefly stop breathing in your sleep and is linked to obesity and old age. Although rarely lethal, it can have serious consequences. Doctors warn that if you have a number of symptoms, you should get a checkup.
If you start to snore as soon as you fall asleep, snore louder and louder, it could be a sign of sleep apnea. More than 20 years ago, actor Tan Ai-chen's husband passed away in his sleep, which she later learned was because of the condition.
那所以他只是说今天睡得很舒服。
He just said he had slept really well that day and wanted to sleep a bit more. Then he lay down on his back and as he was lying there, passed away in his sleep.
According to the Taiwan Society of Sleep Medicine, 30% of middle and old-aged people are at high risk of developing sleep apnea. That rises to more than 50% for men over the age of 50. The risk is related to the structure of your nose, chin, and neck. Doctors recommend regularly measuring the circumference of your neck, which should ideally be less than 35 centimeters for women and less than 38 centimeters for men.
那我们并不是说脖围越宽，内径就越宽了。
We're not saying that the thicker your neck is, the thicker the internal diameter. Rather, the accumulation of fat in this region, as well as things like the sagging of muscle, will all act to constrict the windpipe of people with wider necks.
胃酸它刺激到
Gastric acid stimulates the nerves in our esophagus, which can cause hyperemia and swelling in the nose. It also causes us to open our mouth to breathe, which leads to a lack of saliva. We may swallow to neutralize our stomach acid. Then, acid reflux will exacerbate the sleep apnea, which will in turn aggravate the acid reflux.
Experts say keeping an eye on your neck is a good practice to minimize risk. If your waist circumference is over 80 centimeters for a woman or 90 centimeters for a man, you might also be at higher risk. If you suffer from excessive snoring or excessive urination, check it out with a doctor.